Hello, my name is Choppa Kaz. You can call me Choppa or Kaz, or both. This video today is something I normally don't do. This is definitely out of my ordinary, and it might be for the ones who know me well. And if you're new here, you're about to experience something way out of my league. As a lot of you know, I'm a variety creator. I see the art in things where people wouldn't be able to say it's a drawing. I see art in everyday life. Every person I encounter, every door I've opened, art is everywhere. Art is what you make it, and you make it your own. It's yours to be proud of. As a starving artist myself, I'm sure a lot of you can see the hardships of staying true to your dreams. I make this video out of vulnerability, out of honesty, and truthfully, I'm just speaking from my soul. In this video, I kind of wanted to speak on something that you don't normally see creators do, and I hope someone out there can just at least relate to what I'm saying. Now, I will say being vulnerable on the internet is definitely not one of my strong suits, but I've been in a spot and I decided to capitalize on it instead of kind of sitting in it and like sulking, because at the end of the day I really wasn't going anywhere with that. What I'm kind of trying to tap into is honestly the side of content creating that no one really speaks about, or just in a creative aspect, just the aspect of being a creative that no one really talks about. You have to push a very positive narrative as a creator, depending on what your field is, obviously, but you have to push a very positive narrative as a creator to get your stuff out there so you can bring people back, build an audience, build a community, and just eventually find your people. But no one really talks about the standstill aspect of being a creator. And what I mean by the standstill aspect is when you're on the come up, people don't really talk about how hard it gets, because at the end of the day, people are like, you'll overcome it, you'll be okay, it's all good. As much as I believe you, I also do have to accept the fact that maybe I just don't feel so good right now. I'm sure a lot of creatives can relate to me about making false promises to yourself, not fully committing to stuff that you thought you were going to commit to, unfinished projects, unfinished songs, unreliability. Sometimes even the feeling that you just feel stuck and nothing's really going for you. The question sits in your mind saying, will I really make it? Will this really set me off the way I need it to? Am I putting enough work in? Am I putting too little work in? What am I doing wrong? Stagnancy can really affect a person no matter how long it takes to grow. You feel me? And that's pretty obvious. And then you kind of just sit and you're like, damn, I do this out of the fun in my heart and the love for it. When you get in these spots as a creator, it's kind of hard to sit there and keep up with what you're doing, because you feel so lost and you feel so unsure about this career path you took. But at the end of the day, if you didn't love it, you wouldn't have done it. And that's something, for me, I have to understand as well, which is why I say I make this video out of vulnerability. And I hope you guys are hearing me, truthfully. I feel like every person who's in art or even the content creating field has been in a spot where they just genuinely felt like nothing's working. And then you tend to slip. As a streamer myself, and as a person who makes music and edits and does all the stuff, does the whole shebang, it's fun, but I will not sit here and act like I have not slipped because I do not appreciate my own work, or I just don't show enough gratitude towards my own work. And I'm not going to say it's hard to show gratitude to your own stuff. You should be able to. You should wear your stuff proudly on your shoulder. It's just no one really talks about the aspect of, well, what about the grind? Because you can always see people be like, the grind was so hard, it took so much to get here. And it's true. It's true every single time. But no one really talks about when you're in it. When you're in the midst of really working and trying to capitalize on what you've always dreamed of. I've been a streamer for the past 4 years, and I can tell you that trying to climb the rankings has been a challenge. Oh my god, it's been a fucking challenge. I'd be lying to y'all if I said I don't get discouraged. I'd be super lying to y'all if I wouldn't tell y'all that I really be sitting here like, damn, is this really what I want to do? And I'm generally not going to say it's not because the numbers aren't coming in, but you're not a creator if you don't have those doubts in your mind sometimes. Of course you have to believe it. You have to. You literally have to be mentally ill to be an artist. And I don't care what anyone says, it's true. And it's only because you genuinely have to be crazy enough to believe that you will make it, no matter how unrealistic the goal is. You gotta believe it. Sometimes it's hard to believe it. It really is. And there's the small segment of people that kind of, you know, I feel bad because there are few people who kind of gave up on their dreams because they thought it was too hard to accomplish. I came to make this video with a message to let everyone know that it's not easy. It is not easy to be the one in the chair, to be the one editing, to be the one uploading. It is not a simple task, and I'm sure a lot of you can relate. It's just no one really talks about it. People can only understand that you're human so much, but do they really understand? Do you really know what it's like to sit on a stream for 2-3 hours just talking to yourself? Or are you just waiting for an upload? And I will say, as human beings, it is okay to have hiatuses. It is okay to just take a step back and recollect yourself. And I know there's at least one person out there that is just as hard on themselves as I am on myself. And to you, I look at you, I see you, I hear you, and I understand you. I've had numerous people give me suggestions that are way out of my, not even comfortability, just out of my forte for streams, just for views. When in all reality, I will never not be myself on a fucking Twitch stream. I'm gonna be real honest with y'all. You could never make me do some outlandish shit for a camera. But overall, what I wanted to get across with this video is that no matter how alone you feel, you really aren't ever alone. And as a person who really struggles to get out of creative block and find my way through everything that I'm going through, it's true. You really are never alone. Everyone who's watching this video knows the whole don't give up talk. I'm not here to give that. I'm here to shine some light on the creators that are currently going through something that they genuinely do not know if they can make it out of. And I'm here to tell you that you will. As much as I'm in the midst of my own stuff and I genuinely am dragging cement on my feet through all the things I do, it'll be okay. You will overcome it. You will make it. It's never bad to take a break, but you can never give up. And that's what I have collected from these past 3 years of me trying to understand how to navigate through all my things and still continue to do what I love. I hope anyone who needed to hear this, you heard it well, and I hope you felt seen. I thank you guys for stopping by and just giving me your time for this video. It was way longer than I expected it to be, but thank you guys for allowing me to be this vulnerable. I really appreciate it, to anyone who actually stopped by and listened. New content coming soon, I promise. I love every single one of you and continue to do great. See you guys on the next one. Check her phone, never noticed, yeah. She was never on, you see, said she love me down, yeah.